Miller Group, the trusted manufacturers of plastics in Sierra Leone, also produces buckets with tabs for hygiene purposes. These buckets can be used in schools, hospitals, offices, homes, churches, mosques, hotels, restaurants, and more. They are now in 20 liters, 30 liters, and 50 liters with covers and tabs. To purchase large quantities, visit any of PC & Sons shops nationwide.
Radio Democracy, the true voice of the people.
For news, views, and entertainment, stay tuned to Society for Radio Democracy. 98.1, simply the best.
Radio Democracy, supported by Asiwa and powered by Africell.
From New Englandville studio, good morning and welcome to the final edition of the program Good Morning Salone for this week, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today, na Friday, May 1, 2020, we will bring you this Friday edition of the program Good Morning Salone. Musa Eskamara na minim.
Edmina Khadija Bangura, good morning. Inside the program this Friday morning, the regional commander for Freetown East, AIG Edward Easamadia don confirm say police don arrest 13 people who have been stoned and damaged some police officer them and QCell workman them. After our inspection where the Vice President Dr. Mohammed Julde Jallo do na the male correctional center for no the damage them wey happen during the riot, the Minister of Information and Communication Mohammed Rahman Suari go talk about wetin come out inside this waka. And today inside the program we go talk to the head of police media na the Salone Police, Superintendent Brahma Kamara, we go respond to different security issue them. We don't they happen at the country this BNTM.
Well, this and plenty other stories them day na the program for you plus President Bio don't say because government they suspect say the corona sick day na community they now. Make them don't decide for declare 3 days lockdown back for people them from the community away sick. And work about safe day inside the program for you. Members say they listen we live on the internet on www.radiodemocracy.sl, courtesy of Osiwa and powered by Africell. The program na Good Morning Salone. You can be part of them by way you can send a text message to the number 0779819181. 0779819181 are the number for sending text message and be part of the program Good Morning Salone this Friday morning.
We continue with the program Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. The first issue we'll go look at inside the program this morning, now also the spokesperson for the COVID-19 National Response Emergency Operations Center, Solomon Jamiru, say Salone go need ventilator them and other test material them if the number of confirmed coronavirus case them continue to go up. Solomon Jamiru talk this where the Sierra Leone Insurance Association, we make up of different insurance body them, we go give 140 million use check for help for the fight against the coronavirus in the country. Solomon Jamiru talk more to Mohammed Sherif inside this interview.
Before and after we Salone they record the first COVID-19 case, the President, Dr. Julius Madabio, been on the ask people and organization them for support government and fight the COVID-19 sick na Salone. Outside different people and organization them don't they give support to the COVID-19 National Response Emergency Operations Center na the country. We make the Sierra Leone Insurance Association go give support to the COVID-19 National Response Emergency Operations Center na Kokri.
My name is Ato Nathaniel Yaski, Commissioner of Insurance. We look say this year na trouble all over the world that we feel say it will whatever little we get, they will save down we join now with government for level better.
So how much waiting at the support we una don't get to government for ensure say government able for fight this fight?
For a start, because we just begin and you know say now things not so good. We can give them 140 million. This now a couple way I talk to the insurance companies and I then put them together. Insurance companies and then brokers as well. Some man pay 10 million, then brokers they are telling some pay 2 million, some pay 5 million. How no more they strengthen as well a portion of them. We then see what in government they do, very transparent.
Solomon Jamiru, na the spokesperson COVID-19 National Response Emergency Operations Center. We been received the check on behalf of the Secretariat say the rights people go benefit from the couple where the Sierra Leone Insurance Association don't give them.
As an institution, we get the necessary mechanisms in place for make sure say there is transparency at all levels, for make sure say when people commit resources, whether na money now or any other material or critical equipment, we for make sure say we put them into the intended use. Government we don't set up a COVID-19 fund when into their account then any money we then donate for and on behalf of the people of this country, they go into that account day. So my business today now for receive the check on behalf of the coordinator, and as an institution, this money will be transmitted into the necessary fund.
And as the government and them partner them, they carry on for fight the COVID-19 Salone. But yes, still the country they record more case them. We make have been asked Solomon Jamiro about the current capacity for the test na Salone.
Well, I can tell we fumbled and say we now run out of test kits. About a week ago, I think we don't test about 1,244, going to 2,000. We don't test more than that, and we get small capacity for more. But that's notwithstanding, we all know say this federal the capacity limited, and so Salone continue for rely on the support of international partners for make them complement. We indeed we're not gonna say we get everything what we need, test materials, test kits, nothing the way we need badly, and whatever government get, we get partners we also go continue for support with.
What's not the current storage facility we wanna get in terms of the PPEs then, especially for well-body workmen then, because this not concern we don't they come from one or two well-body people.
Well, I go say indeed this federal defect government get what I go call constraints. And but I know say whatever material so they get to get the necessary storage for.
It's not them constrained.
A good way. Well, one not the limited supply. Like you talk about test kits. For example, we also need ventilators. This government not get all of them in the whatever we get the materials and they will get there in limited supply. So we therefore continue for the ramp up and scale up as we go along. But a good way you talk about the healthcare workers, because for we the healthcare workers now a very important element in this fight. The doctors, the pharmacists, the nurses, the community health officers, with psychosocial officers as well. Very important. Look at the beautiful work with the surveillance team they do, contact tracing. So now the entire chain, you get people the way they work. But indeed, we will continue for do everything we will go do for protect with frontline workers, especially the one then they will need the PPEs and all will continue for step up as we go along.
But the question we want to ask now, the number of ventilators them where they in the country now.
I can't tell you how many ventilators because I don't get any figure on my head, but I will tell you say we get very limited supply.
How much you think say at the peak where the cases then they go? How many ventilators you think say the country go need as we speak?
Well, we need a lot of ventilators. Imagine if you get to a point where until you get 1,000 critical cases, you need ventilators for the case then day. We pray to God so we will not go ever reach to that point, but as a country we therefore begin for look beyond and anticipate even scenarios where not they take place now. So I not get a figure off the top of my head, but I think say as a system and as an institution, we need a lot of critical equipment.
And how much government don't they meet then development partner them for make sure say then able for achieve the things them we go make the sick not go continue for scatter all about the country and tapa.
Always with the engaged development partners. We know say Salone now it gets bilateral and multilateral relations with countries and institutions. Recently, we see how the African Union heads of states they meet electronically, and President Bio was part of it. Recently, we see how the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, themselves beget the Authority of Heads of State meeting, and President Bio was part of that meeting electronically. We also get development partners. We get foreign missions within Aya, where they also then they say we're not going to only stand with Sierra Leone in good times, but we'll also go stand with Sierra Leone in difficult times. But the thing about COVID-19 now, unlike previous situations, this thing will happen now, it not happen in the 75-year history of the United Nations. The last time it happened 100 years ago. So even countries where first as you reach out to them, so they don't support you, now they go tell you say the same thing with Salone don't happen to Salone, now it don't happen to we. So there is so much scrambling for materials, but to go continue for see.
So many then they get challenge for let international partner them actually support.
Well, partners that they do the best they could under the circumstances.
Solomon Jamil been end up ask other private sector and all man for support government for fight the corona sick na the country. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mohammed Sharif, the report.
The program now Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for a Democracy 98.1 FM, 7:39 at the time, and we will continue for look at more issues at the program Good Morning Salone. We say the Health Education Program Manager and Communication Lead, now the Minister of Health and Sanitation, Harold Thomas, say most of the new confirmed corona case them where they come up this BNTM. They come out mostly from quarantine home then at different parts them now the country. He talk more about this to we reporter Cherno Jallo.
Well, today, as we don't give we press release, we get new cases today, and the new cases we get today now 8. And the total now for we begin the record from last month now 124. And the one that we don't die now 7. And the one that we do right now as at the toxin a treatment facility now 96. We get 21 we don't well. We the non-proof say they not get the virus pan again. And we get 1,166. We currently then in a quarantine facility, and the one that we the non-pool quarantine facility are 1,448.
So as the number of confirmed cases and just go up day by day, you think say Salone get the amount of testing kits and other equipment for effort this fit?
Yes, and if we compare Salone and other countries, then you see say the way Salone cases and they go up, it's quite different from the way other cases other countries them. If we want for be for look at trends where they go, some countries and then they get cases in the hundreds, on the thousands on a daily basis. But we the cases that they get now 2 cases them. As long as them cases and they be non-positive, we for pull them out of the community so that we treat them and we trace them contact, and so that we go able to break the transmission. And make I talk this plain and true say in the coming days or week we still go expect some cases and for come up, because if they one and they been already contact, then they already get the virus and the system. When the time reach 14 days when then the quarantine facility, or if anyone shows sign we test positive, we know the item, we go pull them out. The day where we they see 1 day, 2 days, up to 1 week, 2 weeks we not get case, let we gladly say this thing don't
so what you don't say so just now when they suspect more case for come up?
I say as long as we get, you see almost people in the inside quarantine, as I've been telling you just now, make I go back to the number. Currently in quarantine, 1,166. And then one and they any 14 days, we reach, wait them for come out with the test them. So if we test them, we expect say because now primary contact them, we expect say at least someday we go positive. We hope say they not go positive, but we for expect that. This is not the truth of the matter.
Now they get to which the number of cases and they come up, more especially in Afriton, Western Urban. We not think say this is not call for concern.
Now call for concern, yes, that is true. But this they show everybody say we all get for do we own work. We the people and we did at the response. We they do we own work, we they talk to people the surveillance and they work, the lab they work, the one they treat they work, but the people and within our community, they know they do their own work. How they know they do their own work? They know they use them face masks, they know they do social distance. Yesterday we see where some people and they even see fete or plaba, then they go there, then they even forget say COVID day. So we don't want that one day themselves for do their own work for make this thing stop. Then cases and they as they talk, most of them link to previous cases, then cases that we don't get, where then in a quarantine center. So, and as I say, once you get quarantine, once you get people in quarantine, you they expect say we go get positive cases.
One concern in the common that most of the patients in China and other countries will be ill from this sick. They get the sick back, like they resurface, the sick resurface. Now don't they get this report in Salone, or what's in the reason?
Now that's make we say right now, everybody for washing hands, everybody for practice social distancing, everybody, for make sure say they not touch anybody, they not go close to anybody. Where they cough, you sneeze, you for cough now the back of your elbow, or you protect your sneeze by using tissue paper. So then they tell you say even if you don't get COVID, you don't well, it not exempt you. for them you not get them back because the science, it change. And this are the first time we get this kind of sickness at the world. So now with the land bottom, so we for take maximum precaution. Not to say you don't go to treatment center, you don't you free for do everything. You not know what thing will happen. So we all get for listen to waiting the doctor them and the medical people in the territory.
Health Education Program Manager and Communication Lead at the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, Aral Tons, they talked to Cherno Jallo inside the interview there. We say confirm say most of the cases them we did get now are from people within our quarantine homes them. The program they listen to na Good Morning Salone where they come to you from the Society for a Democracy 98.1 FM.
7:44 now the time for my studio clock and they continue to look at more issues them inside the program this Friday morning. The chairman for the Education Board na the Salone Labour Congress, Sarah Thomas Kamara, say the Congress they engage now with employer them for make sure say they give work to workman them where they lost them work them during the coronavirus so they now in the country. He talk this for Seka this year World Labour Day when at today May 1 where Salone they join other country them all over the world for observe every year. He explained more to Musa S. Kamara inside this interview.
This year, na a year we not good for the whole world because one we know so we get this COVID pandemic. The truth of the matter is that things are not going well. The socio-economic aspect of the workers not good. The social life not good. The economic.
When you look at the theme, universal healthcare and survival of the labor force, right?
Yeah.
Just match the situation we they under now. And CFF don't mention say life bad. For Mona your assessment, what wanna assess when it comes to the sustainability of your commander?
Easy because a lot of people they lost their job at this moment because of the pandemic and. From the labor force aspect, we've been to look at about the first hour we look at the tourism industry where people then begin lost their jobs. And the union where they in that aspect we go and talk with the employers then and then we try for see how they can strategize for see and make them not lay off people then. And then try for work them out with them saying you either keep the person 2 weeks, you work 2 weeks, you send them go home 2 weeks. Or, put up modalities. They are given several options for make them ensure say they're not lay workman of this term. But the truth is there are a lot of people losing their job. As I said, the economic aspect of the workman them again not too good. Because if person they work, they lay them out of this term. It's not easy.
In an interview we do with the Civil Aviation Authority Director General 2 weeks back, confirmed to me say but 1,000 or over 1,000 people don't lost their job in the airline sector. And also you talk about the tourism sector. We get other sectors them. When I get any compilation or when I don't do any research for no, how most people don't lost job for sake of COVID-19?
Well, say not to one time all man lost in job. So for now, we know say yes, some people don't lost their job in the aviation sector and in the tourism sector. Some people they don't lost their job. We know they dispute that. But at the same time, when you look at the business, it is really bad. Non-tourists not the kind side, and you go maintain the staff. So we ask the staff themselves for let themselves show some understanding, for accept some amount and give out some amount. But one thing where the tourism sector maintain is that you for continue for pay the NASIT for the workman. You know for stop for paying the NASIT for the workman. That will encourage them for continue for do.
This agreement will make not only for the tourism sector?
Well, then the first add each sector will come forth and waiting and call. The Sierra Labour Congress is umbrella body for all trade unions. If you don't trade union, no, you not come forward or you not belong to a union, then we're not able for going to your matter until you belong to a union, then the union. Now, because the tourism sector, the union, they mean see this need and see say yes, we workman, then they go and we go lost them. Now make them come together for make them see how best they can address the issue.
Okay, you don't talk about the challenge them where una as Labour Congress don't already see. Say people they lost job. This year's Labour Congress where una they observe today. What are our activities them for complement some of them gaps they also for workman them?
The only thing is that we go pull a statement for what we go make them hear out at the radio stations then. We'll not get anything we will do this year because one government down, we get for adhere to government the restrictions.
I know they talk about you going on the streets as you used for be march past from the east end, march past from the west end, and meet up in a stadium. Yeah. Not that they talk about.
Okay, in the first thing we have to say,
them, and yes. Talk about policies them, what we go don't put in place on agreements them we don't reach with the different organizations and we employ people and for ensure say they will understand themselves and the workman themselves when get come to a common town.
One thing where we ensure whoever they lay off during this period, when things come back to normalcy, they for go back to work. That's one thing we
get an agreement with the institutions that will provide the job.
Well, like at the hotel industry, that's one of the clauses where we ensure say we put in the bylaws we make for tell them say whoever on a lay off now, when operations start again, they will be the very first people they want to take back.
Apart from the tourism industry, will not meet this agreement with other institutions?
Well, for now, then I'm the first people that will come. Just as they say, the aviation, I can't say much about it for the meantime.
Will I get any plan for extend this negotiation?
Obviously, if we see them begin lay out people them that much where we know of, we they go in and try to see how best we can address that issue there and come into by agreement for make we see how we can salvage the situation.
Before layout, some people they talk about half salary, some people they talk about maintaining staff through other means them. What thing would they tell employers them as way for maintain them commander instead of laying them off?
Just as you say, as I say, there are lots of side agreements so we give several options. You either take half salary, you do not owe, you not work at all, or you either can work 2 weeks, then pay you 2 weeks salary, or you take 2 weeks, or then give you incentive, you see them all the months that they owe. But that incentive, they're going to come every month for keep you going. At the same time, then they pay you now sit in full for you.
These agreements, when I don't reach out with the organizations that when I don't meet with,
yes. Well, it's a gradual process. For now, most of the industries not lay off their staff. They maintain them up. They don't lay off their staff. They maintain them even though production reduce.
When you look at labor issue in our salon, without COVID-19, a very big issue. And the thing I don't point to Labor Congress say we are not able to solve the problem of the people and we then get issues them. Now with COVID-19, what is the future or hope of workman them in our salon?
One thing I go say Rome was not built in a day. For make we reach so, people that sacrifice 1829, 1886, then and get the result. It's a gradual process. One thing we go say, it is not as bad as it were before. We dey achieve and small.
That's not the chairperson for the Education Board, now the Sierra Leone Labour Congress, Sarah Famous Kamara. If they talk to Musa S. Kamara inside that interview there, also he said the Labour Congress going to ensure say employer them give work back to command them where they lost them work during the coronavirus where they now in the country. He talk this for the World Labour Day when at today May 1, where Salon they join other countries them all over the world for celebrate every year.
The program they listen to in a Good Morning Salone where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Well, after one kuskas or riot na the Male Correctional Center, the Vice President Dr. Mohamed Jule Jallo Bingo Waka na the Correctional Center for look at or assess the level of damage will be na the Correctional Center. Well, for can talk about the findings, then we get the Minister of Information and Communication, Mohamed Rahman Soare, inside the program. Good morning, welcome to the program.
Yes, morning, Fambula morning.
Okay, continue for the week. We will come back to you. Make we go na the Male Correctional Center. We say Elizabeth Kambu Binde with the work away the Vice President go do na the Male Correctional Center yesterday.
This work away the Honorable Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo, the team from the Ministry of Information and Communications, other MDAs and journalists then do na the Pademba Road Male Correctional Center. Now forget for some information on the level of damage where happen na the Male Correctional Center. For sake of the riot will be Wednesday, April 29 this year. This be make the Director General and the storekeeper been show the team them way born na the Correctional Center.
The complaints downstairs
and upstairs is the hospital.
So what was in the main store?
All the store items including food, other supplies for administrative use and the use of the inmates. So this is from where we supply the provincial institutions. And upstairs is the hospital.
So as at yesterday, remember anything what been inside the store? Remember the letter? What is storekeeper? Yeah, what's been inside this wholesale bound so? Yes, so now the store is
Cash cooker, storekeeper. We get toilet seats for inmates, uniform gadgets for officers, padlocks, handcuffs, all to the use for operation for the inmates and officers, and they are the main studies.
Okay, we not get any quantity at all, no?
We not get everything burnt down. Okay. We got another store behind. We are the right store. We may get up to 2,000 and something bags destroyed, exhibited right now, sir.
Then also back of this building, the reception office, the way they process all the inmates and before they go to court, and after court, then come back to the reception. He also got burnt down. Fast did they do?
Yeah, fast. That's what observed.
Yes. 4 different workshops here also was destroyed. In fact, this was one of the first buildings that was damaged and items obtained here to open the cells because we have welding, carpentry, shoemaking store here, and once they got access to this area, I'll show you just now where they came down from. They got access here, obtained implements. That was why they used to open all the cell doors. There was a passage here, which officers, the officer in charge who come to inspect, will use this passage, but it has been out of use for many years.
So this block is currently empty, the entire block.
After the inspection, the Minister of Information and Communications, Mohamed Rahman Sware, say this na matter with them as government, no go keep silence.
His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio continue to manage the affairs of state from a home, like the Vice President, na hands on people there. This matter is too serious for silence. We've been there yesterday, but the part they need for can for see for themselves, first-hand account, and let them able get, a costly assessment of the damage as a commitment, a demonstration of this government in seriousness for providing public safety, of ensuring the well-being and welfare of all Sierra Leoneans.
Edward Suluku, now the Minister of Internal Affairs, say they appreciate all the work where the security sector then do.
We thank God for the efforts of all the security sectors that what they do for make sure yes, the one day we have a plan for let them do at least Latina we don't talk about because it's not possible for them let anybody come out of the custody of this place. Now only the quantum of destruction will they cause. Now that make me as the Minister of Internal Affairs, I also engage the Vice President for let himself can see firsthand what are the quantum of destruction will happen at this facility for the attention of His Excellency the President.
Where they talk for sake of this waka, the Vice President, where same way so na the Chairman for the Salone Correctional Council, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo, talk about the thing them way is see during this waka.
At least when I all don't see, we have seen the level of destruction. And then as of now, the report coming out of here is that 11 inmates and 1 officer lost a life, and you get 42 injured, out of which 29 of them injured and they inmates them. 2 things. One is that UNASEF don't see the destruction, it affects certain facilities there, including the main store, the catering, the hospital, and some of the administrative blocks and the workshops. The other thing what we want to say is that since yesterday, we don't try for maintain security, we don't try for stabilize the situation, and we don't move some inmates them because we don't save, so we don't see. One entire block where they keep inmates them was destroyed, so we don't move inmates. So as of now, all the inmates then safe, and more importantly, also prison records are safe because in the last 1 year, we don't move the prison record from being paper-like to digital.
The Vice President talk about the steps them where government don't take for make sure say the correctional center they up and running.
His Excellency the President yesterday don't instruct a group, then they can assess the damage and then they can see for put resources so that we immediately for put this facility back on the right footing so that they will able to provide the services in terms of catering, medical and the stores. This assessment what can do so now for can see the extent of damage so that at least then they go inspire the committee where the President don't put together for immediately go back to work and get them facilities they are up and running.
Dr. Julde Jallo being respond to question them. Journalists them be ask them like how come the inmates them get access to lights for burn the building them.
According to the report to get the prisoners they go to the catering section. The table they stay up all night in the morning hours with them in the prepare breakfast for prisoners there. So they able go there forget putting the need for can light the building there. So now then the explanation. Then also now the wire mesh, then the transition route. That transition route to get wire mesh. So the prisoner then broke that wire mesh there, then come out for themselves. Not also DG? Exactly according to the incident report. There is an investigation committee where they are. This investigation committee, they don't get them first meeting, they don't set up themselves, they don't begin to do their work. Then they go bring a deeper insight into all the dynamics way up in there. The committee will not need for tell them themselves, and we are saying this is an emergency issue. Their work is going to be rapid, and then the report will be delivered immediately.
The Vice President, lastly, the public concern, but just the way we don't go around the talk on for born institution like then kind so, and this don't happen.
Now, I tell you, say the government will not be proactive. You go find out, say over the last couple of days, we don't increase security in the facility, and as a result of that increase of security, then we able to contain the situation there. But in addition to that, we allow the investigation committee for go because they get a broader mandate. You understand, and for look into this, government get we immediate plan now for deal with this thing. The long-term plan now for look at the possibility for relocate this prison with all what it need for become a functional and a viable correctional center.
The Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo, be assured the public say government will make sure say they take care of all the challenge them where the inmates and the gets na them different correctional center them na the country. Other MDA them like the ONS, the Deputy Minister of Information and Communications, Mamadi Gobe Kamara, the Strategic Communication Advisor na State House, and other security sector them be form part of this worker. For Radio Democracy, Mina Elizabeth Campbell the reports.
Salone Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile App, you can able for use Salone Link money transfer for send money to anybody like you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office like you not get the account number. Buy Edsalite, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yagbadon done for we boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salone Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store, or go to Salone Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering value.
We continue with the program Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. 8 minutes past the hour, 8 o'clock, now the time for my studio clock, and we still get the Minister of Information and Communication, Mohamed Rahman Soare, where they with we at the studio. As we all know, Wednesday, April 29 this year, riots may happen at the Pademba Road Male Correctional Center. Osai reports say some party inmates them been broke and burn some cell them where they inside the center. Well, from that time day to now, different governments workman them be done they go na the Pademba Road Male Correctional Center for go know some party team them where been damaged day. And yesterday, the Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo, been go there with some delegation for go do inspection for know the damages them will happen after we government be don't set up a team for investigate and know what be happen during this riot. Well, at the studio this morning, we get the Minister of Information and Communication, where himself been the part of the worker yesterday, where the Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo, been go do at the Pademba Road Male Correctional Center after the riot. Good morning, one more time, Mr. Minister.
Yes, morning, Kadiga. Family morning again.
All right, yesterday you na be one party delegation them we been there with the Vice President for go work at the Male Correctional Center na Pademba Road after the riot. First, begin tell listeners them what are some of the things them where the Vice President been found out inside this worker we wanna do yesterday.
Okay, so thank God this is nobody not going for beat to go worker. First if my say I go worker and they beat me. So yesterday I accompany the Honorable Vice President and other members of government for go get a first-hand account of the incidents that happened at Pademba Road on Wednesday, like what you mentioned at the intro. This one, now in keeping with government in commitment, say we want for be a hands-on administration. We want for keep our fingers on the pulse. So the Vice President, the President may get instructions for go see what's happening at Pademba Road. Already, you know, even before that, the VP been there already tell we say law accompany and they. So we'll go there basically for let you go get a first-hand account of what's happening. Let you get an assessment, a visual assessment of the damage will happen. What to make us a visual assessment? Let's see no more with your eye. Yeah, because rare in-depth assessment, proper assessment, people then go do am. Like I mentioned, committee dey now with the non-form for investigate the immediate and remote causes of what happened at Pademba Road, and also the infrastructure damage and so that one day na a specialized committee they do am. They know already begin work, right? So basically, we been go there for let the vice president on behalf of government, yeah, at the second highest level of government, let it go see the damage will happen and able visualize some of them things and they for onward submission of that report day for His Excellency's consideration.
All right.
Right?
Among the many things them where the Vice President talked yesterday during in visits at the Pademba Road Male Correctional Center, now he make mention of a particular committee where His Excellency been give instruction immediately where the riot happened for let them form this committee for do investigations. You can just take me through some of the people them we make up of this committee and waiting exactly now as a government on an expectation from this committee for bring out as a report.
Well, I don't say that committee that committee first, again forget people then and institutions of proven competence and integrity. People then wait for them na Salone and put first above all else. People then will get integrity, master sabi people then, and other people then will get Salone at heart, right? So like I talk about then damage and all lengthing and they're not going to go put me for go do then damage and because like I mentioned in the immediate future, we're going to talk about rehabilitating then structure then rather soiree we sit down there and not get the competence for able give quantity surveys, extent of damage. We say all man as still not able to do that. So then they take specialized people then for do their work and so now a multidisciplinary team of professionals now then they not put together clear terms of reference like so then see how they talk so 90 day. And the vice president mentioned yesterday say this is an emergency. We therefore make sure say that committee ramp up the work fast and submit the report as soon as possible so that next steps will be taken, A, for rehabilitate, B, for do the normal provisions for the inmates and we did it.
Okay, Mr. Minister, you talk about committee we get for full out the investigation and for know the remote and immediate cause. One thing we realize say die take place. Right?
Yeah, that is now a fact of the riot.
Yes, 11 they said. So what thing that happened to them body are now?
Oh, definitely now the same thing will happen to all body then. First, unfortunate say Sierra Leonean will get for lost Sierra Leonean lives then. In this, including very dedicated officers, I understand. So the usual cause then get for be buried. That's natural.
By government or family members?
Well, that modality,
especially people in way na imit them.
That modality is being worked out. Once I get all the facts, then I will share out family. Yeah. Once I get all the facts around that, I will share. But definitely, government not go do anything untoward. We will make sure say we do what is established by law. We will go through proper processes and procedures for entire body
then that here what they talk about the official number now from government owner release now 11 but certain people we been served as eyewitness during this riot believe say the amount of inmates them we died during this riot it passed the official number where government on come out and disclose and then people there so been die from the live firing where soldier man them we been the part of the president in bodyguard we been go during the riots and then been killing people there. You can just confirm.
Okay, so from the onset la do the disclaimer. Me not a ballistic experts. I not go know that die by bullet wound, which kind of bullet and what have you. And then I witness themselves. Salone don't get too many instant experts there. Yeah, courtesy of citizen journalism. Somebody they say I witness an expert. Law will learn for trust with government. This government they out for rebuild the trust where we don't break between government and citizens there. Now that make we find out say every inch of the way we're transparent, we're accountable. That figure what the vice president talked yesterday, now in the figure we will get as far as we're informed. Government not get no interest whatsoever. For concealed numbers, for hide facts from citizens. After all, this is not something we will ever want. We don't do best over the years for ensure say peace, decorum, and stability reign in this country. If we are a great person at displeasure sometimes, yeah. So we I mean, this was an unfortunate incident, like I say.
Mr. Minister, amongst the rumor there also, for say the amount we announce go be higher than would people will die. Family members then go get access for know if them people them still there alive.
When I had the talk now part of the process then now, government get for announce, get for take their next steps then, right? I mean, these are Sierra Leoneans, and go must get relations there, then go get family there. Government get for take the necessary steps for make sure say everything we by law establish, we in a process, we in a procedure, we the observer every inch of the way.
Now, since Wednesday this incident don't take place, when will they see this thing where they talk so people then know if them people then they are alive or not?
That will be very, very soon.
How
pretty
soon?
soon. Pretty soon.
The amount of death here we talk about, Mr. Minister, the 11 we not the official number from
we not the fact.
Okay, from government. It include inmates them or correctional officer them being they part of this number.
Well, you know, I see you play the vice president insert. Casualty be also there on the side of the correctional services people them.
Report of inmates them for jump runaway come out from the center also they out there. From our investigation so far, is it true that some inmates them be really escaped?
Well, me not go for be one of the eyewitness then they people then they refer to. Me not be the way it happen. But the official position. Now they say no, I just dispel the rumor. Me not a part of the instant experts there where they say be an eyewitness, me not be did it. So I rely on official sources. Official sources indicate that nobody not escape. For the timely intervention of the joint security forces that will come in for reinforcing position will be no escapees.
How about the one that we wound? In hospital?
But definitely they're going to take treatments. Definitely they're going to take treatments.
From the center or
you know, then go down just then break. Yes, we agree. Say then break. Then burn down the medical stores, like we all know. But the people that already work they still there.
Then they take treatment from the center.
Oh, definitely. Then they take treatment depending on the degree of seriousness of the case or something.
Right.
That is being done.
Continue for the with the program. In name na Mohamed Raman Soare, in the Minister of Information and Communication. The day with the studio this morning, they talk about some of the things that will come out at the waka, where the Vice President been go do yesterday. Na the Pademba Road Male Correctional Center after our riot will be the on Wednesday, April 29 this year. In case you just tune in, the program na Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Well, they look at more issues. Also, the headmaster at the Multimagai School for the Blind, Salute to say the fire incident will be at the school Wednesday, April 29 and net. Been plenty property them, we been there inside the teacher then quarter, where they na back of the school. He explained more, but there are issues there and some party property them will be spoiled inside this fire incident. Princess Charles gets more and report.
The Multimagai School for the Blind, where then I will Kinsey Road. Also inside the school, you get different apartments them. Also you get the hostels them inside the Pekin day. And towards the back of the school, you get the side outside the teachers them where they teach na the school day. And so the one where they take care of the Pekin and set up. But one of the apartments them na the school being born what in right now from waiting at the sea, everything born done na this apartment. The waiting cause this fire make Abingo and talk to one witness we been witness this fire, how all this started and self Abingo and talk to some of the teachers them waiting this mean for sake of this fire we don't burn outside and tap inside the Multimagai School for the Blind.
Okay, Mina William I Kuruma. In the CSO school. And by then, 7 don't cut. So I sit down there, now I smell smoke. And they call me brother. I say they smell smoke. Now would I put fire? And they will get. Later now I rewind it when name Madam Atoli. They say fire to power in room. Fire. So me say they come at the Allah people and say let them come help. So me Baba, he come broke here because fire don't take all them pan body and day. So now they say there is no way, we're not going to control that fire day. Pass broke this building where they see so. Now it take if you are them broke. After that, brother mistake back Nakam because all the place dark fire. He knock and they don't they. So he foot back go for scrap.
Okay, but anybody die?
No. Oh, bless God yesterday.
Well, from from this person we like start for see how the fire been start. I can talk to the victims themselves where they host them born.
My name is Rashida Z. Bidon. I'm a teacher at the Multimagai School for the Blind. I sit down at my entrance here. My small bobona in see fire. He say, "Mommy, fire!" Now I say, "Who say fire come on?" Because now about 7:30, lights been carrying started late. He said, "Mommy, fire, fire!" As the lights come a few minutes now it begin. He say, "Fire!" I say, "Who say this fire come on?" I rush for take the small picking they were not able to work at too. Only la pana abitai. I love all now. Tell they can meet all bone. Nothing I'm able to pull bass la power tie. Me picking them bring me not pull for them. We they call riot organizations them for kind to we aid them. Cause the situation now don't they bad. We just imagine if school mean they in session right now for be do for go they go work. Nothing to nothing, even food, money self will not able to pull, and we just come out take salary.
I'm a John Bikagbo. I'm a teacher at the school for the blind. Myself not been there around the compound, but when I come around, I spend some time with me, my comrade teacher, whom they keep coming in. All of a sudden, we just hear loud Allah, where all man the Allah say fire, fire. And we as persons living with disability will not get any option, but we know the directions therefore we say the fire will come off from. So like we just been get for fend and escape routes for see which we go able to go, even though some of you go jam will foot them, but at least the fire being look really heavy. We as teachers them will get with materials them, and then from there we just like come out, take salaries and all of that. So we misplace a lot of things them. Now we find it very difficult even for we get side for really rest, except through the help of the headmaster. We're being relocated with the staff them for go up into the administrative building. We they call on Soriat people them for really come on board for see how best they can really help in the city.
Waiting there for waiting people they don't talk. Well now I go now for go talk to the headmaster at the Multimagai School for the Blind for no things that make up of these incidents.
Mina Mr. Saliu Toure, the head of the Multimagai School for the Blind. It is really very unfortunate, you know. You could just imagine a place where blind teachers then they live here, blind staff. The way the fire take place, it really been serious, and they lost their properties. Now they not get side for the, except that I don't relocate them first. Now one of the dormitories, then the female dormitories, because many of them female teachers. We put modalities in place.
Okay, so then can't you ever they happen?
No, it not ever happen. Ever since me have been school pupil here, it not ever happen. This is not the first time. No, nobody not die. Thank God for that. Thank God for the community people, Medina, the youth. Them they do extremely well. Even the LUC alumni self can yesterday. Even the Minister of Education self be they call rapidly for follow up the situation. We don't get ONS, don't come. They don't try for collect names of households. We also don't get other people that we don't come watch and see. At the moment we don't know anything yet. We don't what will happen, but the teachers them are really displaced at the moment, and then most of them properties then lose them during this fire incident. Continue for appeal that they will help them staff here, because even the materials within they use for teach the picking them, they lose all yesterday, the books them, everything, let alone their clothes, their television, their freezers, all anything, and they then lost them. So we go call on ask people there for come at the aid and give them people there something for starting life again.
Okay, from waiting you don't give headmaster of the school, they don't say this fire incidents no ambog the teachers them na this school we make plenty of them no get time for tap again. Then people end up call on Soriat organization name for come for help them so that they will get time for tap. Well, for Radio Democracy, me na Princess Pias the reports.
Better don't come. A Union Trust Bank again. Union Salone Banco. Union Trust Bank get plenty product and service there for you. You must get what you want to go better. Let we savings account, ide. Current account, ide. Fixed deposit account, ide. Credit facility, ide. All for you. Me and you. Me and you. Union Trust Bank Salone for me and you. Kids future savings account, ide. School fee savings account, ide. Pay advance salary scheme, ide. We branch and they all up on Salone. Boko no kenema, we ide. Kabala mabogo kakambia, we ide. Jala free town loan sa, we ide. And my 91, me and you. Union Trust Bank, me and you. Union Trust Bank, Union Trust Bank Salone for me and you. Union Salone Banco, Union Trust Banco.
Union Trust Bank, empowering Sierra Leonean businesses.
The program you listen to on Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We will bring you this Friday edition of the program Good Morning Salone. Musa Eskamara na minim.
And Mina Khadija Bangua.
Okay, we still get the Minister of Information and Communication as he therefore talk about findings them where the Vice President do na the Male Correctional Center after riot will be there on Wednesday. Mr. Minister, we VP been the talk. I asked you earlier, one thing we confirm now 11 dead. And how involved the family members then they to the process of identifying who that die, the burial and other arrangements them from where this thing happened?
Okay, like I say, you know, they're embodied in the mortuary. I know say, like I mentioned earlier, this government get respect for due process. This government were accountable to the people, and these are Sierra Leonean lives. And no matter the circumstance, we believe, say, we will follow due process every inch of the way by this process. None they make it in a mortuary. Investigations ongoing and all of that.
How involve family members then?
I can tell you, say, by law, by procedure, by process, everything what provision made for is being done. Elect provision day for let journalists then go see the body then, that will be done. If the law say, process permits say, I'm sure them provisions and they will be fully respected.
What the Vice President be the talk as part of him finding make mention of the inmates then get access to fire in the kitchen and broke the wire mesh. In all of this, what's in government land?
So may I know say, you know, the Vice President na passing comments he make. I know say there is a commission. No, it make them clear. It make them very clear. Yeah, that was a holding statement. It was a passing statement. A say, and I want to reiterate this. There is a committee that has been set up of multidisciplinary professionals, master sabi people there, right, including eyewitnesses, who will give an account. The commission reports go establish all around it. I don't want a lot of prejudice.
But from the early findings, what in government don't learn?
Early findings report not come on it. This was just an on-the-spot visitation for let the power see the extent of the damage for NSSF. I cannot tell you about findings now. That one day I go don't prejudice the outcome of any ongoing investigations. Most a lot of patients more. I had asked Mr. Salone people then for join we for exercise patience. This government, accountable government, this is a public interest issue. As much as it is a security issue, we will come back after the committee don't report for let share our Salone people there. Do it to family who lost members who lost loved ones there, to other people there. Let exercise patience. Government will do the right, proper and fitting thing in this circumstance, like in all others.
From where this riot happened on Wednesday, confusing story them done they come out as to waiting lead to the riot. One they say now because of a positive confirmed case, now the correctional center. The other one they say now because of presidential pardon, where them they expect they forgive them on Independence Day, but then they not happen. So far from the work I wanna go do yesterday and when I talk to some authority them, what are some of the clues they were able to forgive now will lead to the riot?
You know, I don't want to undermine the possible outcome of any investigations. The three will confirm now. His Excellency the President, under powers vested in him by the 1991 Constitution, they exercise the prerogative of mercy. That means they get the right for pardon convicted prisoners, right? This time, he choose for pardon about 235 prisoners that very faithful Wednesday morning, right? By 9 o'clock, 9 if I don't release them. So that is what is keeping questions being asked. Why on the very day where the free people there, why didn't see how go happen? Again, like I say, that one they all go be determined by the outcome of this investigation. I don't want for prejudice anything.
During the riots, according to the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs who hosted riot yesterday, he said they'll be able to pull some high-profile inmates them will be the correctional center the day where the riots they happened, and they be transfer them now some other secure places them. Now where everything don't go back to normalcy, then high-profile inmates they don't go back na the Pademba Road Correctional Center.
Okay, so let's say on this way, Khadija, then the Deputy Internal Affairs Minister now in portfolio directly. Okay, my briefing is that all prisoners, including high-value or high-stake prisoners, then safe and nothing untoward happened to them during the riot, and then continue to be safe. That one in I may go see as to whether they have been moved, they have been brought back in order within my competence, like where American man can say a day above my pay grade. I know sabi.
Concern then they come out from the public as to people them we been there na the scene where the riots where they happen, we get for do with politician them, and all of a sudden yesterday na an audio where they around now from the Salone People's Party women's leader where it makes it him being gone at the correctional center at 3 a.m. in the morning, and some other party people there from the SLPP we don't have so many questions from the public say waiting exactly then go do they at 3 a.m.
Well, I'm a politician. Where the riots happen, I've been in a SLBC. I do program. I definitely can because I know one for can't talk. Then say tone. I want for give una credible information. A politician not go the way anything that happen. Would I go see them politician and they the citizens as very irresponsible and heartless Iranians. So me go there. I see the Internal Affairs Minister there. I see the Deputy Internal Affairs Minister there. Yesterday we go to the other ministers and the Vice President says go there. So let nobody know make an issue say politician go there. I am not aware. No. How me not know about the incident? Now SLBC I've been in the morning coffee where this happen. From there. I can't straight today.
But Madam
right?
Sawane
so,
audio say it go to 3 a.m.
Me not don't listen to. I not don't listen to that audio day, Khadija. I know they speak for Madam Sawane. I not don't listen to that audio day. I don't know the content. I know they speak for Madam Sawane, and that one they probably need to talk to the SLPP leadership. Then go confirm. But we as government ministers, who are politicians, we get every right, real and imaginary, for Didi. We a major disaster like that one day happen. A major government outfit, right, of history. So we be needed.
Mr. Minister, when you mingle with the public, whether na poda keke or taxi or na the marketplace on the streets of Freetown, everybody get in stories as to what exactly happened na Pademba Road, what lead to this, what na this. And one thing we for set this free or this speculation, na the investigation. Simone, I don't set way for come out. But people go worry now or go like for no. How soon this investigation go come out? How swift they go do this investigation for ensure say people know what exactly happened?
You know, these are not normal times. Would they make sure say because I mean already one of the blocks them burned down, right? The kitchen burned, the admin building burned, right? The vocational institute where they burned down, and I want to get some huge implications. All this still the talk, all the call on correctional service now because what we did it, then where people then did it, then they expose them for learn new skills there, carpentry, arts and crafts in there, boku other thing there. So when you come on, you get a sustainable source of livelihood. You're able to look after yourself and your family. All geared towards becoming a responsible citizen we reintegrate into society. Down the all born. So these are urgent matters. This report will be published pretty soon. I sure say the people that are holding that committee they walk around the clock. So it will be published soon.
Okay, we look at the riots take place on Wednesday the 29th, and you mentioned see the president being done already get a list of people waiting for pardon for sake of independence. We will look at independence now be Monday the 27th. Why the delay to the 29th before freedom?
Not 29th did it happen?
Yes, Wednesday.
Okay, so may they say to you say, everything in a process. But look, You know, we get this parable per mandate and say you get catching in your body, all this turn and say, go pull on tomorrow. Say if you not pull on how did die. You understand? All this turn and did it. This is not as of right. This is somebody's prerogative of mercy. You understand? Enough of don't be the reason for that.
Of mercy can normally happen on the
Who says this is not even the first time? You are very young enough. You don't get all the facts. This is not the first time it has happened, right? This is not the first time it has happened. No, it not even tell you say now Independence Day no more. They do that, sir. No goody. You don't have all the facts. Now make them call a prerogative of mercy. Now discretion. You can choose to exercise it anytime. Yeah. So long now go padandi.
Mr. Minister, this committee where government don't set up so for investigate and know some of the issues them and damages that will be happen now the correctional center.
Yeah.
And now we don't see a preliminary report from Amnesty International. We talk about a stray bullet we kill some of the officer them at the correctional center during the riot. All then report there where international body them they put together and self body them of human rights activities them at the country. The committee where His Excellency don't set up, then go take all them reports there into consideration for help them in their own investigation then?
Definitely. They are going to look for sources, both primary, secondary, whatever source they're able to get. Yes, then they look at them. Now, very, very competent, multidisciplinary team nowadays of Sierra Leoneans of proving competence and integrity, then go do the very best for this country.
So
because this prison, not to President Bio Geta, not to, this now, you know, now one of the oldest buildings, over a century old, right? So not to so one for Enda.
So how soon people will expect this report from this committee? We go report to His Excellency according to the Vice President yesterday. Because looking at the issue of the riots, we will consider them for the national interest, and so many people eager for know exactly what will lead to this riot. How soon the committee will present?
Government even more eager for know what's responsible for this riot more than anything else. You understand, eh? So like the Vice President talk, because government interested, because it inform policy actions in the next couple of days, you know, medium to long term. We want this report yesterday. But at the same time, we not go for sacrifice, thoroughness, and comprehensiveness for, you know, expediency. So it will be swift, it will be done as soon as possible, and it will be very professional. So now we continue for bear with the ask owner. This is your government. This is the People's Investigation Committee.
Okay.
We will be fair and honest.
In name now, Mohamed Rahman, Minister of Information and Communications. Therefore, talk about the findings them. We the work away the Vice President go do na the Salone Correctional Center after one riot will be the on Wednesday, April 29. The program Good Morning Salone they continue 8:31 at the time from the studio control clock. We'll go for the short break. We'll continue the program Good Morning Salone.
Because in confusion. But this confuse me, boo. Look where Uncle Nat in World Solid. Look him block them with them beat for him, where they save solid, and at the same amount of cement and sand then they use for beat me on. But look what in the happen. Me wall down for them, all the block they all don't scatter. It like say some kind of magic they behind this. You want to know the magic behind this? Now the superior quality, extra strong, extra life, and extra yield cement where are the use, and that's not Dangote 3X Portland limestone cement. Dangote cement now the highest grade cement in the country. When a 42.5 R grade cement, when no one day come na this country, and one of the highest grade pan cement where you go get na the wall. Where you want your concrete, wall, and block solid, use Dangote 42.5 R cement, you no go regret them. You go get Dangote 42.5 R cement na all the shop and building material store na the one whole country.
The program where they listen na Good Morning Salone, they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And we still get the Minister of Information and Communication at the studio, Mohamed Rahman Soare, where they talk about investigations where they go on now from what's be happen at the riot on Wednesday in the Pademba Road Mail Correctional Center. But quickly, we go now on the line. Also get the head of media, na the Salone Police, Superintendent Brahma Kamara on the phone. Good morning, Superintendent, and welcome to the program Good Morning Salone.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Issues them, don't they come out this BNTM lately? We get for do with national security. Let we start for talk about the recent one yesterday. We be happen na Lonsar. Usai report which we say some issues been there na Lonsar. On are aware of the issues there we be happen yesterday na Lonsar?
Yeah, we're very much aware. In fact, we get up to reports of what really happened at Lonsar yesterday. So we are very much aware.
So what it from on a investigation of finding them so far? You can just brief the public what in exactly be lead to the issues them we been there yesterday in Alonsar Town. Also we say fire been take place.
Yes, now one incident that we just with one Suleiman Kabiak, aka Bolgo. The other name is Bolgo is the color. And alongside the paramount chief, one chief Kublo Queen, Kublo Queen. The report say this young man they said lots and lots of informative statements and inciting messages of public insults and provocation against the paramount chief. And so that matter then reached the police, and the police militarized they let them look into him. And also they invite this man, Fabia, what they call Bolgo, and come on in. So while they with the police they took statement from him. You know, so when normally after statement, I mean, they go for process you, and they go for bond to go to the police, do the interim. So now in the interim, some groups can go mobilize themselves. They come at the station, they start for pale stones at the station here and there. I mean, move the video paint, you know, then they're not even start there. They go inside the cell, then pull all these suspects them, including this young man who is living at Bolgo. The vehicles on me around the station, they also burn them. They go vandalize the office. They go vandalize the place of the paramount chief. They're also going to the home of the local unit commander as well as the support officer and they do the same. And also that kind of situation, and one nearby the two sisters they also go back and vandalize them. And then begin setting roadblocks all over the place. So it was like a kind of chaotic situation. It was the action was like spontaneous action. Never expecting it to happen because I just one individual they invite to can make statement to the police and that one did happen. But at the end of the day, we be able to put the situation under control after not do so much damage. We get reinforcement from Cambia, McKinney, and even Freetown, and we stabilize the situation. So as we speak, massive arrest. And those ones are going to be investigated, and we are still looking
Superintendent, another report wey come out from this incident yesterday in Watalona that then youth there so being go on the rampage because then get information say some mobile company want for go fix 5G network na Lonsar. How to this be during an investigation on a come across any of the information there?
It's a big two issues now. It started off with Lonsar, and now you've brought in Waterloo, so you are confused in this one.
Would they talk about the incidents them will be happen at Waterloo, where we get for do with a 5G network?
There was this other incident. In fact, the general commander even grant an insight on that one. I mean, they misconstrued the fact that them polls and the polls and or any of the other polls then over time then you go and go service them for 6 days, the network will be okay and the network will be sharp, you know. So when I'm going to misconstrue and say they want to go fix 5G, we will not get 5G in this country. Now 4G we get. You know, apart from Sierra Leone, big country they will not even get 5G. So we know they get 5G, not get 5G. And so then best schools on the guys that we go in the police, they did the same to the police. But the police were very robust, very smart, and we were able to arrest a number of them. Between 7 and 10, we arrested them, and they are now under investigation.
Another issue again, now they all get for do with retired Major Alfred Paulo Conte in WEF, where they under detention now na CID and investigation they go on. You can just quickly tell the public how far this investigation they go and waiting exactly the police they investigate them for.
Well, investigation itself, we look at the world, it's like you want to unravel the truth. You are probing into issues. Your side, my side, are then the truth, just like how Johim put out. So then are the whole thing about investigation. So we are looking at a number of issues. But like I will tell you, the matter is under investigation, and I might not want to prejudice the investigation But the fact remains, yes, we went to the house, we went there with a search warrant, and then we bring human come, and then the investigation to go on. We look into the issues. If I know how to divulge so many things, at the end of the day, it will be very prejudicial to the investigation.
Bingo immediately now the retired Major Alfred Paulo Conte in also the stand trial now for alleged treason case. Immediately after the riots will be na the Pademba Road Correctional Center on Wednesday. Now police gonna host for go do this search warrant. Why now immediately after the riots the police been decide for go do this search warrant and taking away gonna the CID?
You know, one thing about investigation, we probably will let us to understand. We will work on lead, LEADS. We will work on lead. In fact, anytime you get lead, we lead it to anywhere. You have to follow those leads, and those are the leads where you follow. Where they help for make you unravel the truth. And so, if we had the lead, whether it was on Tuesday, it was on Wednesday, it was on Monday, anytime we lead there, that lead you to follow them, so that you forget the logical conclusion to an investigation. What they do. So we follow the lead. And then it was very appropriate, not anything was sinister. All we did was what we are supposed to do as people who conduct investigations. So there was nothing sinister.
In the search, Superintendent, una be able to find anything where the police go see worthy for Epuna in the investigation?
Of course, we see things that we are of interest to the police, but I cannot divulge them now. For very important, serious issues, I cannot divulge them more. This one, I talk to the almost one world because they're on Facebook, we are connected worldwide, so I cannot divulge information more. But the fact is, there are issues or there are things of police interest, and we have them in our custody and we are processing them, and then wherever they need you also, we will continue to follow that lead.
All right, let's bring you now to the issue of the riots will be happen at the Pademba Road Correctional Center, and government don't set up now a committee where they investigate for let they able for know some of the reason them will lead to this riot. How the police involved in this particular ongoing investigation?
Not forget, by constitution or by mandate, when it comes to criminal investigations, I mean, the one body, constituted body, will get the authority for them, and the Salone police. So we can never have an investigation where we get for this criminality, where police not go there. So we are part of the committee set. We are not exclusively, well, I mean, notice now we know more than the committee, but we are part of the committee and we are playing a very serious role in that committee.
We see again Usai police don't block all the surrounding them where they na the Pademba Road Correctional Center up to New Englandville. This gets for do with the investigation or una just want for tightening up more security measures in that particular area after the incident?
You know, see twice, once beaten, twice shy. We keep it up Wednesday. So anytime in terms of security, how the situation escalates. Now, so you make a readjustment. So, make readjustment, and that readjustment is necessitated by the situation on the ground. So, that is just part of normal policing. Sometimes we wake up in the morning and then we are doing a lot of patrol. That's called high visibility assurance policing. So, now the situation on ground, what you know where you don't know, as layman, and it necessitates the actions we will take. So, whatever action we take, we take them in the best interest of the state, in the best interest of the nation, and in the best interest of the people of this country.
Finally, Superintendent, before you left, we don't hear issues of armed robbery, especially where the curfew they start now from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning. So many concerned on they come out from community that we get for do with armed robbery. How the police go able for handle their issues there, and now that the country they try to fight the COVID-19.
You know the scale at which people they put up, not to say they. Of course, we know that there are one or two incidents in Abo, and that region there. Of course, we know of that.
No incident of armed robbery, not they happen?
No, I think you get to understand the concept right. So I think the scale, I'm using the word scale. I think the scale at which probably the put up is not correct. But armed robbery, they happen one or two, like I make specific reference to both. Understand? But no, the magnitude or the scale where you present them, not to let you that happen. But over and above that, our job is to ensure that people are safe and we protect the people. So we are doing everything within the power of them, within the resources to make sure we always normalize the situation, we always make people safe. So we are working very hard to make sure I mean, everybody's safe and everybody's secure. I mean, we get 3 days lockdown. This is how they come to. And I just like good thing on this before. We get 3 days lockdown, and after the lockdown, everybody was appreciative of the police, inclusive of the chief executive of the land. And he get a press conference and state house. The shower places, the places on the Salone police and other security forces. So we did very well, and so we are going to replicate that one for these 3 days where they come again. And even beyond, that's our job, that's our mandate, internal security. So we're going to continue to do it, and I'm sure we're going to live up to the expectation of the people.
Thank you very much, Superintendent Brahma Kamara, Head of Police Media. If they talk on different security issues them inside that telephone interview day. We continue with the program Good Morning Salone.
The program Good Morning Salone they continue, and now we go Studio 2 and take short music break. After that we come and continue the program Good Morning Salone.
Ooh, yeah. Very, very many happy reasons.
Alright, of course, anytime una hear that song there, una know say one for win at the house, they celebrate a birthday. Well, today, na the birthday of Kabia, where they celebrate in birthday today. On behalf of staff and management of Radio Democracy, we just want to wish Kabia a very happy birthday. We pray say God will grant you all you wish and other heart desire them. Happy birthday, Kabia. Enjoy your day, and at 12, as usual, we go celebrate. Although we do observe social distancing, but we get to only way how we go celebrate today at 12.
Khadija, na Ramadan this, but for me, you don't say you get package for takeaway package for without in the fast, and all in fans they were in the fast. Kana Radio Democracy 12 o'clock and take you package and go with an house and cut fast with them.
Very, very many happy reasons. Ooh, yeah.
The program Good Morning Salone they continue. We take one part with headline stories. Then we say President Bio say because governments they suspect say the corona sick day in some community them now make them don't decide for declare 3 days lockdown for pull the one them we don't get the sick from the community them.
Sierra Leoneans. Epidemiological data and other evidence indicate that there is community transmission of COVID in Sierra Leone. Informed by expert advice, therefore, government has decided to intensify contact tracing and detection, scale up testing and isolation, expand treatment, and undertake all other measures necessary to break COVID-19 transmission in the country. I therefore declare a 3-day nationwide lockdown covering the period Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, 3rd May, 4th May, and 5th of May 2020. All other existing measures, including the curfew and restriction on inter-district travel, shall remain in full force. Banks will be open on Friday and Saturday, 1st and 2nd May. Recognizing the challenges citizens may face as a consequence of the 3-day lockdown, government will continue to cushion the effects associated with these enhanced measures. I urge everyone to adhere strictly to all hygiene protocols and healthcare directives. Thank you, and God bless Radio.
The program you listen to now, Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, where that now been the speech by the President, Dr. Julius Madabio, which he say because of the suspect say the corona sick day na some community there, make government don't decide for declare 3 days lockdown for people who are sick from the community then back through contact tracing. And we get the Minister of Information and Communication now, we go clear some questions them or concerns them with people don't they raise for SICA the 3-day lockdown. As we get from the President's speech, because of the suspension say COVID go in our communities them 3 days lockdown for people from the communities them. But whenever Salone go on 3 days lockdown, the concern way or the questions way people they ask now that the incubation period for COVID-19 are 14 days. But Salone keep going for 3 days lockdown. Why?
Last year, I've been in there previously, now before the radio there or TV there, then they ask, low lockdown, 14 days, low lockdown, 21 days. The position has always been, government not get epidemiological evidence yet, will not get data, will not get scientific evidence for support that decision. Remember that answer? Yes. That scientific evidence we've been wait for, now we don't get now. Right? This is not a government where they take a decision on your weekend, say, oh, I dream 14 days lockdown, I dream 21 days lockdown. We'll go for base with every decision on data, on science, and all of them in the epidemiologists then, now then people they all sabi about sick, the master well body people there. I don't know what to talk, the master well body people there. Now they don't walk around there for nobody sickness there, how then they spread and how then go deal with her. Right? Now they don't talk say we don't get community transmission now. What's in a community transmission? Now a situation where they get a positive case, we not get a primary source. We don't know the primary source. For example, most of the things that we get, you have to be thankful. President Bill been not put in place the necessary structures, the necessary mechanisms. So most of the cases we get in quarantine or in treatment centers, now people then waiting now net from quarantine there, right? Most of the cases there. But of late we don't get some there, few of them we will not get any appealing to, right? We will not get a known source of infection, right? So whether one day happen, we don't get a couple. For example, 2 days ago, the one at Uncle Lily, I understand, the one at Kenema, or I don't know, not Kenema, the one at Uncle Lily and some other place. So a couple of them cases and they will not get appealing for. So whether one day happen, they give you say there is a possible community transmission. Now that don't happen. Now that don't make President Bill don't take this decision. So to your question now, say other country then 14 days, right?
My question is that the
incubation
period is 14 days.
Yes,
but Salone keep going for 3 days lockdown.
Yes.
How relevant then 3 days lockdown?
So first law accept say Salone and the other country they're all different. Then country they are for the most part where they talk about the other country, then their own system and different.
And they talk about incubation.
Yeah, at the camp. The socio-economic context then different. We they say now everything what you want for do. Previously, we do the first 3 days lockdown. We get clear objectives. Don't know important even in life. If you go school, you either want for go able make friends, you want go learn book. Everybody get an objective. So as government, we get 3 clear categorical objectives then for these 3 days lockdown, right? We want on the advice of the master well body people there and other experts there, we don't agree say we want for use this period, these 3 days for intensify contact tracing and detection. What do they mean? We they look for possible people there who will get them secure in our communities. Trace contacts them, for example, somebody don't show positive, we they trace them contact and they follow able to detect. That's the number 1 objective. We want for scale up isolation. Isolation and testing. Isolate communities and test. Now some of them places.
3 days enough for do all them things. They are considering that the sick don't reach to community transmission level.
Yeah, what you talk, you also know they talk about the whole country. Yeah, you get high incidence areas. You get areas that particularly you think say. So during this period, would they isolate and test? Yeah, then of course, ultimately would they expand treatment. We don't say now how they treat now 34 and what's the place name? Jui, right? Would they expand treatment this because if you do them first two things there, you intensify contact tracing and detection, you scale up isolation and testing, the logical thing will be you will get more people that already come out with COVID positive. So when you do that, we'll get for expand treatments as well. So we'll get clear objectives what they go into this thing with. Yeah? And we think so that 3 days they go serve this purpose. Now that make we do. Of course, in the course of the 3 days, again, we will get another opportunity for put with necessary structures then to work, for test the resilience, for test the effectiveness, like the tracing, quarantine management, with psychosocial, and all the other pillars then go there to work. With public communications, risk communications, all of them, and this will be a fitting opportunity. Let's test them one more time for see how we go strengthen them or improve any weaknesses then get.
Now that the well body will come them go use these 3 days for go na the community, them do proper surveillance, contact tracing, and bring out people we don't get the virus. The isolation center then the different one they will get enough bed just in case the well body will come they able for test so many people and the cases them increase.
Yes, definitely. You know, we know what begin first. We begin with Lunge Hotel, Lunge Government Hospital, 34 Hospital. Where we get the first surge, you know, then plane them begin quarantine, but people then all put then law and then protocols. Anybody who come on a country with 50 plus, we increase our capacity for able cater for them thing. So as we go on, as we go to increase our capacity as and when the need arises.
So as
like we don't get additional testing center there now, na Kenema, na Ya, na Jui, na the public health lab, all ends in there. So as we go on, as we expand our capacity, we'll go into this thing as a whole country. This country, it's an embarrassment, it's a national disgrace. We only get one ventilator. 59 years on. President Bill say, look, then begin publish Salone saying now one ventilator will get. I mean, it's so embarrassing. So today, we'll get an excess of 18 ventilators and still counting. We'll expect for take delivery of some more in the next 1-2 weeks. We'll go able to strengthen our capacity over 50. It's not enough, but we will continue to have more, and government committed for support this process.
Apart from the 18 ventilator the way say we get, as it is now, the country they about to go through another 3 days lockdown for bring out people that we don't get the virus. You can just tell the public exactly how many isolation center and waiting at the bed capacity of them isolation center there so where the country get.
I know say na 34 we get about 34. Now we forget about 50. We got a lot of people then where in hotels as well at the best of government, right? Like I say, the more we of course we get in a router, we don't get some structure there, we get in other places there. Again, as the need they arise, we already they try to acquire many places. College of Medicine there, Fulbe College there, works then they go on under as isolation and other centers there.
Okay.
Because we really want to make sure say this is effective, and that not going to be the only one. We'll continue to expand on a need basis.
Mr. Minister.
And so they ask for family, for comply, for stay home, for obey all of the things there. And they tell you.
The first lockdown, we see government give about 4 billion loans to the disabled community. In this lockdown, we therefore expect any support from government to the needy?
I know say during the first lockdown, government may allocate about 4 billion for let them support the disabled community. Because if you say a good disabled community, first go commodity with some man go say you will receive 4 billion and not go with you. So yes, government may allocate that one for distribute basic rice, food, and direct cash transfer, and for give them some soap and other things, sanitary pack. So what may inform that decision? This government a very caring government. President Bion a very compassionate person. He knows say when you lock down, we get a good percentage of competitors, then pass them go out and drag, then get hands to multi and they leave on. So if we lock them for 3 days, lock them down for 3 days, now that make that consideration mean coming. So the same consideration will come into play again during these 3 days. Because I mean, these are no lesser Sierra Leoneans. Sierra Leoneans like you and I. Okay. And we're aware that anybody can become disabled. So we therefore treat them with respect, with the compassion, and the privilege what they deserve. Now that President Bill do, and we'll repeat it again.
When you look at the end of the 2 weeks curfew, we government pull notice in the evening, say until further notice. When the announcement of 3-day lockdown can concern become whether we will see another further notice again until further notice lockdown. For well, at least people affairs, we get for assist until like that day.
No, so the president may not talk. this disease, this sickle effect, na pandemic. It don't scatter all side. First then people then hold the coming. What been get Ebola and been different there. Now we Liberia and Guinea been get and Nigeria been get some brief strain and then so this one na pandemic. Everybody gets in your fet for fet. Everybody get in your fire for put out na the country. So we are on our own. Yeah. Not only the president in goodwill, in personal bilateral, in personal relationship with other leaders and the multilaterals and the support we. So on that count, right? The one where they lead the FET, we get more advanced healthcare assistance, and then they're confused about this FET. So things then they unfold every day. So it be not say everything is on the table. But for now, we say this is not 3 days lockdown. It will be 3 days. But however, if we get compelling need for do, the president will always come back to now.
Quickly, Mr. Minister, before we wrap up the program, we look at paragraph 2 of His Excellency address yesterday to the nation.
Yeah.
It talks say, in as much as they don't declare a 3 days lockdown, but all the inter-district partial lockdown still the work.
Yes.
What in exactly that particular paragraph they mean if the country done a 3 days lockdown and it make emphasis on the inter-district partial lockdown?
Well, so let we assume say this lockdown not this safe. Yeah? Yeah, so the inter-district lockdown therefore be expected. So even with the 3 days lockdown, in fact, it just reinforce that existing position.
Okay.
Yeah, and they reinforce her in a big way with capital on double underline. Said nobody not for try for do inter-district. Because we don't learn very terrible lessons. Remember? Yeah, during the inter-district, 1, 2 be known, but we don't learn lessons. Now that make one of the things that we don't do as part of the reforms there, we don't now do an e-pass system.
All right.
Yeah, so nobody not go make. The other thing we emphasize now the curfew. Salone people then, this fete here now all in now. When a member said the president can tell una thank you at the end of the initial 3 days lockdown. Would they ask for everybody for cooperate? I mean, these are difficult times, these are not normal times. This is about our health and well-being. If we all do that one day, we'll obey what well body work man and tell we it go good for all. We go beat Ebola, all man go about in business.
Thank you very much, Minister of Information and Communication, Mohamed Rahman Soare. We come now the program this morning can talk about important issues that we get for the waka way the Vice President do yesterday at the Pademba Road Correctional Center and safe. The 3 days lockdown way His Excellency declared yesterday we go begin from Sunday, May 3rd to Tuesday, May 5th this year. Well, now the program Good Morning Salone go left you for today in edition. Alex Lawrence Koma, Michael Sambola, and then produce the program. DJ Ahmad and DJ Cliff, and then give you technical support. And Franklin, now they make on watch you live now we Facebook page. Franklin Pemagui, thank you very much. Mina Khadija Bangwa, they say, get yourself a lovely weekend.
And Musa Eskamara, they say bye bye.